Let's say this briefly this morning. You know, I was opportune to see a video early hours of this morning. A video where a CAC church, a Christ Apostolic Church, was attacked in Kwara State. Kwara State is a state in Nigeria, in Africa. Ilorin is the state capital. And I want to say this: no state is for Muslims and no state is for Christians. And I thank God that there was somebody that was having a live stream yesterday. If not, as usual, they would have politicized it. They would have, because one of the biggest problems we have in Africa, in Nigeria, is a religion and politics. Religion, politics, then tribe. You know, everybody as a Nigerian has the right of worship or freedom of worship, freedom of association. I don't have the right to hate a Muslim. I don't have the right to hate a native doctor. I don't have the right to hate a cultist. I don't have the right to hate a marine worshipper. I don't have the right to hate an Ogboni member. I don't have the right to hate an Amok member. Do you know why? It is their choice. It is what they want to worship. It is where they want to belong to. It is only the government that have the right to put rules and regulations guiding these things, so that other religions do not hurt other religion, or other tribes do not hurt other tribe. So political parties do not become demons to each other. You know, I watched a video that actually broke my heart. During a live church service, a CAC church in Kwara State was attacked. The man of God was ministering on the altar. Till now in my ears, I still hear those children shouting. Till now in my imagination, I still see that old woman. I still see that old woman walking slowly, trying to run, trying to get an hiding place to hide her head. I heard children shouting. I heard women shouting. I saw people running. I saw people cramping for safety. My point this morning is, are we just going to sit down and just watch people attack Christians? Are we just going to sit down and just watch Christians die like animals? Are we just going to sit down and just watch church services be interrupted by insurgents and bandits? And somebody is saying and talking and saying these things are not religion based, and somebody is saying these things are not targeted at Christians. Since I was born till today, how many mosques have been attacked? How many mosques have been attacked during their prayer section? How many mosques have been attacked during their festive period? How many mosques have been attacked? And we saw it on the internet this way. Do Christians even have that heart to go and attack another religion? Do Christians even have that heart to go and attack another worshipper, some other set of worshippers who are worshiping their God? And somebody is telling me that this violent attack, and somebody that is telling me this unholy attack, and somebody that is telling me that this continual attack is not on Christians. What happens psychologically to the children and those that didn't even die, that did not die? Some persons were adopted, from what I saw, from what I heard rather. From what I heard, some persons were adopted. From what I heard, some persons were killed. Who killed them? Will Christians come to the church and kill fellow Christians? Will Christians come to the church and put such trauma on fellow Christians? That's one thing I know about Christians. You can do your madness elsewhere, but a Christian will be afraid to come and bring panic and fear in the house of God. Are we just going to fold our hands and watch them kill us like that? Don't forget, when Judas betrayed Jesus and they came for Jesus, somebody came out with his own sword, and Jesus said no. He didn't tell him that, oh, why did you come out with a sword or knife? He didn't tell him and say, why are you acting like a child? He said, time for this has not come yet. That means there is going to be a time that is going to be needed. You can't just fold your hands and just watch people come and kill you. Defend yourself, because you deserve to be alive. You deserve to be counted among the living. See, even if you have to die, let it be by nature, or let it be that it's God that is calling you to glory, not a fellow man. Not a fellow man that will just come and shoot you and adopt you and slaughter you like a goat, like an animal. I was telling somebody something this morning. I spoke to one of my sons this morning on phone. I told him something. I said, nobody can just come and kill me like that. I know I may die at the end, but somebody will go down with me. Nobody can just come and attack my family like that. I know I may die at the end, but I will not just go down alone. Christians must also learn how to defend themselves. Christians must learn also how to defend themselves. I am not asking you to go and fight somebody or to go and kill somebody or to go and attack anybody. It is wrong. You don't even have that right. But if somebody comes to your domain to attack you, fight for yourself. If somebody has to die, it has to be the attacker and not you. If somebody has to go down, it has to be the attacker and not you, because they came to your own space to attack you. And their aim is to take your life, and their aim is to adopt you and hereby start getting money from your family members and start getting money from the church. Where will all this madness stop? And some people are standing, and some ministers are standing, and some preachers of the gospel are standing, and some bishops are standing, and some prophets are standing, and some apostles are standing, and some ministers of God are standing and saying these killings are not targeted at Christians. What did we just watch? What did we just watch? It is becoming madness. It is becoming stupidity. It is getting out of hand. And the Christians should not just be folding their hands and watching themselves and then watching their family being killed like animals. It broke my heart. It broke my heart to watch that video. It broke my heart to see that people that went to church to worship, some of them didn't go back home alive. It broke my heart that people that went to church to worship, some of them could not go back home because they were adopted. It broke my heart to see that some people that went to church to worship, some of them are being traumatized because of what they went through or what they saw. I am very, very sure that the old woman that I saw in that video can give birth to everybody attacking that church. I am very, very sure that the old woman that I saw scrambling for trying to run for safety, I'm very sure she can give birth to everybody that came to attack that church. What are we now practicing? What are we now practicing? What are we now portraying as a nation? What are we now portraying as a set of people? Are the Christians also portraying a sign of weakness? Are the Christians also portraying a sign of accepting evil being done to them? How many Christians have attacked Muslims? How many Christians will even have the guts or the mind to attack Muslims during the worship period? Why attack a church service? Who is attacking the church service? Don't you have freedom of worship anymore? Don't you have freedom of association anymore? I think it is high time men of God begin to come up to speak against this evil. Against this evil being done to Christians. Against this evil being done to children of God. Against this evil being done to our worship places all the time. I know that this thing is targeted at making people not to go to church anymore. Putting fear in people. Because who will want to go to church with such insecurity? Don't just watch yourself being killed like a coward. I was talking to somebody this morning on the phone. I said, if you attack me like that, I'm not going to die alone. Somebody will die with me. You can't attack my family and I'll fold my hand and watch. Christians, fight for yourself. Don't go and attack anybody. You don't have the right to. You don't have the right to even attack a witch doctor. You don't have the right to attack a Muslim. God loves everybody equally. But if somebody comes to your space to attack you, if somebody has to die, it has to be that person. It has to be that person. Enough of this madness. Enough of this madness. Our religious leaders that are eating tithe and eating offerings, our religious leaders that these people are submitting to, it is now time to start speaking for these people, because the people that are making the church a relevant place are dying. People of that age, of the woman that I saw walking, that I saw trying to run, all they do right now, the only place they find joy right now is a place of worship, is a place to seek God. And you want to make it uncomfortable for them to go to church? You are killing children, you are killing adults, you are killing youth, you are killing the elderly. Who will now remain in the church? Enough of this madness. Enough of this stupidity. Enough of this madness. Enough of this religious rascality. Enough of this political rascality. Somebody must begin to speak. Something will kill a man one day. Something will kill a man one day. If we don't die by natural death, we will die by the call of God. or through the call of God to glory. It is heartbreaking. It is traumatizing to see my fellow brothers and sisters worshiping God and going through such inhuman treatment and going through such traumatic situation in church. From what I heard in the news, some were adopted, some were killed. Why kill somebody that went to church to worship? What right do you have to kill somebody that went to church for worship? See, let me tell you something. I pray that this video goes far. For any of you going to places of worship to kill innocent worshippers, to kill people that have come to seek God, is it your business if they are chosen to be Christians or Muslim or idol worshippers? See, God will judge you. And anyone that is hiding this evil and saying they are not killing Christians, God will judge you too. It's high time we start speaking. It's high time we start defending ourselves. There has to be a defense mechanism. There has to be a defense mechanism. You can't keep allowing them kill you, kill your children, kill your old people. Adopt our ministers, adopt our men of God. We have not committed any other crime other than to be Christians. We have not committed any other crime other than to be Nigerians and Africans that came from a country and a continent where security is being politicized. What happens to those that were killed? What happens to those that were adopted? Who brings the money for ransom? Who helps the family go out of the pain of those that were killed? Anyone that is covering this evil, God will judge you. And some people are coming out to say, no, there are people, they are not killing Christians. There are nobody is dying. There's nobody killing anybody. There's no insurgency. What did you just watch? Live stream. Was that a content? Was that acting? God will judge you for bringing pains on innocent worshippers. For the fact that old woman was trying to run, it really broke my heart. I was watching the video of that woman trying to run and I was crying because that could have been your mother. And I know that woman is older than every other person that came to attack that church. Let's stop this madness. Let's stop this madness. We must begin to start defending ourselves. See, you cannot just come and attack me and only me will die. You cannot just come and attack my family and only them will die. Though I may die at the end, but somebody will go down with me. Christians must try to now start defending themselves. Not just Christian alone. If you are a human being and a fellow human being is trying to attack you, to kill you, defend yourself. Defend yourself. Make sure they are in your space. Make sure you are very sure that they are trying to attack you, to kill you. Defend yourself. And every means you use in defending yourself is the right means. You cannot die for a criminal to live. You cannot die for a murderer to live. You cannot die for a bandit to live. It is becoming madness. It is becoming an obvious wickedness. It is becoming an obvious deprivation of right to worship, of freedom to worship. We must start fighting against it. We must start speaking against it. The same people that come to view the church are being killed. And I know the target of the devil is that so that people will be afraid of going to worship centers, to churches. You can't silence Christianity. You can't silence the body of Christ. We have come too far for you to silence us. We have come too far for you to bully us. This is madness and this is wickedness. And I want to say this to the Nigerian government. If you don't do something about it and you are in the role or position of leadership, God will judge you. From the presidency even to the least person that is supposed to provide security. The death is not funny. These are humans that are being treated like animals. Children were shouting. Old people were running. The service cut short because some unreasonable human beings want to just act animalistic. After all, we are going to die one day. Either by natural cause or if God calls us to glory. But how you die matters, because no one has to force life out of you. It is only God that has the right to take away life. It is only the government that has the right to take away life as far as the court has decided that person is not worthy of being alive. But outside that, nobody has the right to take a life. This wickedness has to stop, because whatever God does not support, He does not bless. And whatever God does not bless, He can never support. Good morning.